we doing, class? So today we're going to take a look at the crepes that we have in our packet. So we have two types of crepes that we're going to do. We have our regular crepes, and then we have our savory crepes. So our regular crepes, we're going to pull out the mise en place for that and show you guys what's going on. And then we're going to roll over to our spinach crepes. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll make the crepes first, make our batter first, and then while the batter is resting for a little bit, then we'll start making all the fillings for the crepes, okay? So let me go ahead and pull out the first thing that I have for you guys. So the first thing, if you guys take a look, I have the crepe recipe. It calls for 3 ounces of cake flour, 3 ounces of bread flour, 1.5 ounces of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 eggs, 3 egg yolks, 3 ounces of melted butter, and 1.5 cups of milk that's going to be warm. Okay. So the first thing it tells you to do is to go ahead and sift all the ingredients together. So it says combine the flours and the sugar and the salt in a mixing bowl. So let me go ahead and grab my mixing bowl, reach down. So I have a bigger bowl because I'm going to sift everything into it. And so now I'm going to take my flour, okay, my flour, okay, move that over to the side, our little bit of salt, okay, and now I'm just going to whisk all of this together. So let me grab my whisk right here. So now I'm going to whisk all of this together, and so after I whisk it together, now I'm going to sift it. Okay, so I'm going to set that over to the side. I'm going to grab my spoon real quick. Step away. Actually, I grabbed the ladle. And so now I'm going to take the flour that I mixed together and I'm going to go ahead and start to sift it. Okay, so I sift that to get all the clumps out of it. Come back. Do another one, and just simply sifting it. So as you can see, all the flour, sugar, all that's just sifting through there, salt. Okay. And so I have the last of it. Okay. So now that I sifted everything together, you can see that it's all sifted together. Okay, in a mixing bowl. So now it tells you to lightly beat the eggs. So it's calling for egg yolks and whole eggs. So now I can take the same bowl that I was using. And so now I'm going to use my bowl. And I'm going to crack my eggs. So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now this will be my trash bowl. And so now I'm going to grab another container. And so now I'm going to go ahead and separate my eggs. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my eggs and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up my fingers just a little bit so that the whites will fall through and I will only have the yolks left. Okay? So I'm going to take, I have a little bit of water, and I leave my hands intentionally just a little bit wet so that the eggs will fall right through. Okay? So I'm going to save the egg whites and use those in a later demonstration for you. So now I just give it a little tap. And so now I give it a quick little shake. And then I have my trash bowl. And so now I have a yolk. Okay, and so the yolk just comes straight out. Okay, so again, I come back. I put this on top like so. I give it a little shake. And then I can use my fingers to pinch off the excess whites. Go ahead and drop that in there. And one more time. So again, I have my egg. I let my egg whites fall through. Then I close off my little pinch. Okay. And so now I have my egg whites that are separated, and I'm going to put over to the side. I'm not going to discard it. I'm going to use them. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab my sanitizer rag. And so I'm going to sanitize my hands real quick. And then I'm going to sanitize my area. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and whisk these together a little bit. So I take my egg yolks and my egg whites. I'm whisking those together so they're nice and smooth. Okay. Okay, so now I got a really nice mix on there. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to set it over to the side. And then the next thing it tells you to do is you're going to add you're going to warm up the milk. So it's asking for warm milk. So I have a small saucepan, and now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn that on. Let me slide this over a little bit so you guys can see what's going on. Move this over, slide that. So I have my pan, I have my milk. Okay, go ahead and I put that in the saucepan. I'm going to turn on my burner. Okay, and so in the meantime, I'm making sure that everything is nice and clean. So I have my sanitizer rag. So clean as you go. That way, at the end of your demo or at the end of your production, that you don't have so much to clean up. Okay, so we're going to turn this bad boy on. I have it on about a medium heat. And so I'm just going to gently let that warm up a little bit. Okay, and so now I'm going to move this over to the side. Okay, and I have this ready. I have this ready. And we got this bad boy heated up just a little bit for